Before we begin, I want you to do something right now. Go to the comments and write these words. I am ready for my financial breakthrough. Write it now. This is not just engagement. This is your declaration to the universe that you are stepping into a new consciousness. Do it now. And if you are serious about transforming your financial life, if you are ready to stop struggling and start thriving, then subscribe to this channel and join the tens of thousands of people who are waking up to the ancient wisdom that the world has tried to hide from you. We are building a community of conscious wealth creators, and I want you to be part of it.
And for those who are serious about accelerating their journey, for a limited time, I am opening the doors to the Torah Millionaire Business School for just $299. This is where I unveil the full Torah wealth system. The doors are closing soon. The link is in the comments. Now, let me tell you why this protocol works. And I need to take you back to a moment in my own life when I was broken, desperate, and on the edge of financial collapse. It was the winter of 2008. The global economy had just crashed. I was living in Brooklyn, trying to support my family, and I had made a series of terrible financial decisions. I had invested everything I had into a business venture that I believed was divinely guided. I prayed over it. I fasted over it. I was certain that God was leading me. And then, in a matter of weeks, it all fell apart. The partners I trusted betrayed me. The contracts I relied on were canceled. And I found myself staring at a mountain of debt that I had no way to pay. I remember sitting in my study late one night, my head in my hands, asking God the question that so many of you have asked. Why? Why would you let this happen? I have been faithful. I have been obedient. I have tithed. I have prayed. I have studied your Torah. And yet, here I am, drowning.
And in that moment of absolute desperation, something shifted. I stopped asking God why He had abandoned me, and I started asking a different question. What am I not seeing? What spiritual law am I violating? What blockage exists in my consciousness that is preventing the flow of abundance? And that question led me on a journey into the deepest chambers of Kabbalistic wisdom. I began to study the ancient texts with a new urgency. I consulted with rabbis who had spent their entire lives decoding the mysteries of prosperity, and slowly, piece by piece, I began to understand the hidden mechanics of wealth. I discovered that money is not random, poverty is not a punishment, and abundance is not a reward for good behavior. Wealth is a frequency, it is a vibration, and if you are not tuned to that frequency, no amount of hard work, no amount of prayer, no amount of positive thinking will bring it to you. I learned that there is a 21-day cycle embedded in the structure of creation itself. The ancient sages understood this. They knew that transformation does not happen overnight. It happens in cycles. And the most powerful cycle for reprogramming the subconscious mind, for breaking old patterns, and for aligning with divine abundance is 21 days. So I designed a protocol. I took the wisdom from the Zohar, from the Talmud, from the teachings of the Baal Shem Tov, and I distilled it into a simple, repeatable practice, and I committed to doing it for 21 days without exception. No matter how I felt, no matter what happened, no matter how ridiculous it seemed, I would follow the protocol. And on the 21st day, something extraordinary happened. I received a phone call from someone I had not spoken to in years. He was launching a new project and wanted my involvement. Within 30 days, I had earned more money than I had lost in the previous year. Within 6 months, I was completely debt-free. Within 2 years, I was financially independent. And today, I teach this system to thousands of people around the world. Now, let me give you the practical application. This is the 21-day protocol that will force money into your life. The protocol has 3 pillars. I call them the 3 gates of abundance. Each gate corresponds to a different dimension of consciousness, and you must pass through all 3 gates every single day for 21 days. If you skip a day, you must start over. This is not negotiable. The power of this protocol is in the consistency, in the repetition, in the rewiring of your subconscious mind. The first gate is the gate of gratitude. Every morning, within the first 10 minutes of waking, before you check your phone, before you speak to anyone, before you do anything else, you will sit in silence and you will speak aloud 10 things you are grateful for. But here is the key. You cannot repeat the same 10 things every day. You must find new things. This forces your mind to search for abundance. It trains your consciousness to see what is already working, what is already flowing, what is already present. Most people live in a state of chronic lack. They wake up thinking about what they do not have, and the universe responds by giving them more of what they do not have. Gratitude is the antidote to lack. It is the frequency of abundance. When you speak gratitude aloud, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. But there is a deeper layer to this practice. In Kabbalah, we understand that words have creative power. The Hebrew word for gratitude is hoda'ah, which also means acknowledgement. When you acknowledge what you have, you are literally bringing it into existence. You are collapsing the quantum field of possibility into a tangible reality. This is not metaphor. This is spiritual physics. So every morning, you will sit, you will breathe, and you will speak 10 new things you are grateful for. And you will feel the shift in your energy as you do this. The second gate is the gate of generosity. This is where most people fail. They want to receive, but they are not willing to give. They want the universe to pour into them, but they are holding everything with a clenched fist. And the law of circulation is absolute. You cannot receive what you are not willing to release. Every single day for 21 days, you must give something away. It does not have to be money, although money is powerful. It can be time. It can be knowledge. It can be a kind word. It can be a meal. It can be a prayer for someone else, but it must be intentional. It must be sacrificial. It must cost you something. Here is the principle. When you give, you are declaring to the universe that you are not operating from scarcity. You are declaring that you have more than enough. You are declaring that you trust the flow, and the universe responds to that declaration by increasing the flow. In the Torah, we are commanded to tithe, to give 10% of our income back to God, and the promise is clear. Test me in this, says the Lord, and see if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing so great that you will not have room enough to contain it. This is not a suggestion. This is a spiritual law. When you give, you create a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. The universe will rush in to fill it. So every day you will give something, and you will give it with joy, not with resentment, not with fear, not with the expectation of getting something back. You will give because you are abundant. You will give because you are a conduit, not a container. You will give because you understand that the more you release, the more you receive. The third gate is the gate of declaration. This is the most powerful and the most misunderstood practice in the entire protocol. Every night before you go to sleep, you will stand in front of a mirror, you will look yourself in the eyes, and you will speak aloud a specific declaration, not a wish, not a hope, not a prayer, a declaration. You will say, I am a magnet for money. Abundance flows to me effortlessly. I am aligned with the frequency of wealth. The universe is conspiring in my favor. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am grateful for the wealth that is already mine. Now, I know what you are thinking. This sounds like affirmations. This sounds like the law of attraction. This sounds like New Age nonsense. But let me tell you the difference. Affirmations are passive. They are wishful thinking. They are trying to convince yourself of something you do not believe. Declarations are active. They are commands. They are the exercise of spiritual authority. In the beginning, God spoke, and the universe came into existence. You are made in the image of God. You have that same creative power in your words. When you declare something with conviction, with emotion, with certainty, you are not hoping it will happen. You are calling it into existence. But here is the secret that most people miss. You must declare it aloud. You must hear your own voice speaking it, because your subconscious mind does not understand the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you speak these words aloud, when you hear them with your own ears, when you see yourself in the mirror declaring them, your subconscious mind begins to accept them as truth. And once your subconscious mind accepts something as truth, it will move heaven and earth to make it a reality. This is not magic. This is neuroscience. This is psychology. This is spirituality. This is the technology of transformation. So every night you will stand in front of that mirror, and you will declare your abundance, and you will do it with power. You will do it with conviction. You will do it as if it is already done. Now, let me address the objections that I know are rising in your mind right now. Some of you are thinking, Rabbi, I have tried things like this before. I have done affirmations. I have practiced gratitude. I have given money away, and nothing changed. Why will this be different? And here is my answer. You did not do it for 21 days without exception. You did not do all 3 gates together. You did not do it with the understanding of the spiritual mechanics behind it. You did it as a technique. You did it as a hack. You did it hoping it would work. But you did not do it with certainty. You did not do it with faith. You did it with doubt, and doubt is the enemy of manifestation. Let me tell you something that the ancient sages understood. The number 21 is not arbitrary. It takes 21 days to form a new neural pathway in the brain. It takes 21 days to break an old habit and install a new one. It takes 21 days for the subconscious mind to accept a new belief as truth. This is not mysticism. This is science. So when you commit to this protocol for 21 days, you are not just doing a spiritual practice. You are literally rewiring your brain. You are reprogramming your consciousness. You are shifting your frequency. And here is the other piece that most people miss. You must do this with the understanding that you are not manipulating the universe. You are not trying to force God to give you something. You are aligning yourself with the flow that already exists. Abundance is the natural state of the universe. Look at nature. There are billions of stars. There are trillions of grains of sand. There are infinite blades of grass. The universe is abundant by design. Scarcity is a human invention. It is a lie that we have been taught. It is a program that has been installed in our minds by a system that benefits from our lack. When you practice this protocol, you are not creating abundance. You are removing the blockages that have been preventing you from experiencing the abundance that is already yours. You are clearing the channel. You are opening the gate. You are tuning the frequency. And once you are tuned, the flow is automatic. It is effortless. It is inevitable. Now, let me give you the warnings, because this protocol is powerful, and with power comes responsibility. First, you must do this with integrity. You cannot practice generosity during the day and then cheat someone in business. You cannot declare abundance at night and then gossip and slander during the day. You cannot open the gates of heaven and live in alignment with hell. The universe is not stupid. God is not mocked. If you are using this protocol to manipulate, to deceive, to take advantage of others, it will backfire. The energy you send out will return to you multiplied. So you must commit to living with integrity, with honesty, with kindness, with justice. Second, you must be prepared for resistance. When you begin this protocol, your old patterns will fight back. Your subconscious mind is comfortable with scarcity. It knows how to operate in lack. It has built an entire identity around struggle. And when you start to shift, when you start to reprogram, it will panic. It will throw up every excuse, every doubt, every fear. You will wake up one morning and think, this is stupid, this is not working, I feel ridiculous. And that is the moment when you must push through. That is the moment when you must choose faith over fear. That is the moment when the transformation happens. Third, you must understand that this protocol will not make you rich overnight. It is not a lottery ticket. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. What it will do is shift your consciousness. And when your consciousness shifts, your reality shifts. You will start to see opportunities that were always there, but you were blind to. You will start to attract people who can help you. You will start to make decisions from abundance instead of fear. And over time, those small shifts compound into massive transformation. I have seen this protocol change lives. I have seen people go from bankruptcy to six-figure incomes. I have seen people who were unemployed for years suddenly receive multiple job offers. I have seen people who were drowning in debt become completely debt-free. I have seen marriages restored. I have seen health restored. I have seen hope restored. And it all started with a decision to commit to 21 days. So here is my challenge to you. Starting tomorrow morning, commit to this protocol. Do not wait. Do not think about it. Do not analyze it. Just do it. For 21 days, pass through the 3 gates: gratitude in the morning, generosity during the day, declaration at night. Do it with intention. Do it with faith. Do it with expectation, and watch what happens. And I want you to document your journey. I want you to come back to this video on day 7, on day 14, and on day 21, and I want you to share in the comments what has shifted, because your testimony will inspire someone else. Your breakthrough will give someone else hope. And together, we are building a movement of people who refuse to accept scarcity as their reality. Now let me leave you with one final piece of wisdom. This protocol works because it is based on eternal truth. It is based on the understanding that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are not at the mercy of the economy. You are not powerless. You are a creator. You are made in the image of the infinite Creator. And the same power that spoke the universe into existence lives inside of you. When you align with that power, when you tune to that frequency, when you live in that consciousness, there is nothing that can stop you. The wealth you desire is not out there. It is not in the hands of someone else. It is not locked away in some vault. It is inside of you. It is in your consciousness. It is in your beliefs. It is in your words. It is in your actions. And when you shift those things, when you reprogram those things, when you align those things with the truth of who you are, the external world has no choice but to reflect that shift. So I bless you today with the courage to begin. I bless you with the discipline to continue. I bless you with the faith to believe. And I bless you with the abundance that is your birthright. May the next 21 days be the beginning of a new chapter in your life. May the gates of heaven open over you. May the flow of prosperity become unstoppable. And may you step into the fullness of the wealth that has always been yours. Shalom.